Ah, the Gray Rainbow. Welcome everyone to Indie Quest. Today I'm going to be playing The Gray Rainbow by Black Olive. It's actually a pretty cool escape game. And I have to give it credit because I consider it probably one of the best escape game stories I've ever read and played. So let's get this started. Oh, by the way, you can find a link to the game and their websites in the descriptions below. I'm not going to go through the entire story because if you want to read the story, I suggest that you play the game. That's kind of what the whole point of this show is all about. Hey, you pretty lady. It has a very poetic way of putting things, and although the game is not extremely difficult, it might take me a little while to get through it. I can't actually remember how long it took me to get through it the first time around. At first appearance, I kind of thought this was going to be not too good of a game because of the hand-drawnness of it, but it intrigued my interest when I saw that it was an escape game with hand-drawn figures, so I thought it was a little bit strange, but interesting. One thing I love about this game also is the music. It has a very unique soundtrack. And just to let you know, everything in this game talks, or just about. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. There are three main escape pieces to this game. This, I believe, is the second hardest. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't even say what I was supposed to be doing. With this one, you need to get to the top of the mountain, and the cloud can bring you up there if it was strong enough. But at the moment, it's not, and the whole point of this, what I'm doing right now, is that I must make it strong by allowing it to catch the wind. And it can catch the wind by, how they put it... I'm trying to think. It is, to grab the wind that comes down when a hawk scoops down and takes a prey. So right now I have to somehow lure a hawk down to get it. I could have sworn that was it. Oh, there we go. Sometimes you have to advance dialogue and able to... Yeah, I was trying to grab... Oh, there we go. I was trying to pierce the frog before I could even grab it. Ah, nice toasty frog. I would definitely suggest, I think I said this once, that you should definitely play this to read all of the text, because it has a very poetic way of talking. The story actually goes a lot deeper than you'd expect. There we go. Darn it, I can't seem to find the... what is it? There we go. You do actually have to read the text in order to advance the plot. Right now I'm going to be catching a rat that's been terrorizing the forest creatures. I love wolves. And the gigantic tiger. I have to say, I've taken a lot of quotes from this this game because of just how well it's written. And you may think it's weird that I'm like quoting stuff, but it's just that I have no life, so it's just fun to do. Now I will be getting a jar of color. The saddest squirrel you have ever seen. It is crying buckets and rivers. As you are walking past, it looks at you with beautiful, big, teary eyes, and you just have to stop and talk to her. It is just so cute. Oh, this is just the saddest day of my life, he sobs for a moment, then proceeds to speak. Oh, the cruelty. Mrs. Squirrel doesn't love me anymore. Why does this happen to me? Oh, what a sad squirrel. Cute squirrel, though. Suggest taking this white color up here. You're going to need it. Yeah, these mice actually might be a reference to the 3 blind mice, since they aren't completely blind, but they're colored blind. And right now you have to fix their monocle because they use it to differentiate color. Cats are awesome. Yes, I agree. You'll get to know him more later. Yes, this person in Happy Town can make you a potion. You might wonder why I didn't go straight to the Wizard's Tower. Well, it's very mazy there, and you need someone to lead you, and he can. Oh, my precious little squirrel friend. At first, I was a little bit confused because the squirrel was supposed to be leading me, but he's kind of hidden sometimes in the picture right here. Right here. Whoops. I assumed I could just go forward since I saw the castle. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we go. You are not welcome. Clearly, the mat is evil. I have to say, they have a pretty good sense of humor. Yeah, he's not very evil, he's just... How do I say this? Yeah, he's not really evil, he's just upset because people used to make fun of him because he wanted to be a good wizard, and now he's just kind of like saying, I'm evil, look at all this evil stuff I'm doing. Now I gotta prove to him that I'm evil. I once ate a kangaroo. Nah. Darn it, you have to prove to them that you're evil, so you have to pick the correct options. There we go. And I have a fixed monocle. You had to give him the white paint in order for him to fix it. And back in Happy Town. Oh, by the way, now that you're here, can you fix our magic chair too? Larry broke it this morning. Ah, a royal blue with a smidgen of dark green color. Let's see, how do I get back to the... There we go. You're going to be sent on 3 different quests, this being the first one. Even in the face of danger, you should never forget what is truly important. Sorry, I just like randomly quoting this. It really has a lot of good phrases in it. I believe that the guy who wrote this actually rewrote it a lot of times. So I can imagine it being extremely good. And now I'm after a phoenix. There we go. Told you I'd meet that guy again. Now this is actually the hardest puzzle in the game, or at least in my opinion. I actually needed help doing this one. Monk's staff, you borrowed it. You don't have to talk to the monk. It's not extremely important, but... This turns out to be yourself. I am you, Norman. I am your subconscious, a hallucination resulting from your exposure to the desert air. But my name is not Norman. Why do you call me that? Because I like it. May seem a little strange, but you can learn a few things. If you haven't already, colors in this world are more than just outward appearances, but they give something a characteristic, such as green makes something strong, and I can't remember the rest. That's why I'm trying to talk with him. Well, for instance, you should remember what you have learned about colors. Colors define properties of a spell or an item. They should always be specific, pertaining to a purpose. Yellow is happiness, green is strength, blue is the color of night and dreams, red is passion, orange is fire, cyan is calm, white is mending. From these, you can basically finish the rest of the puzzle. And I will give you a demonstration. Yeah, you couldn't move the stone with the staff because the staff broke. It wasn't strong enough. But you can fix it in the water. There we go. By talking to the monk, you would figure out that in order to summon the bird out of the lake, because that's where it is, you would need to put an offering here, these berries, within a bowl of flames, and to ring the bell. In order to get all this, I forgot, you need something. He mentioned also that in the desert there was a fallen star, basically a meteorite landing, and I had no idea how to get this until I looked at a walkthrough. And you remember, if you heard what I said, it was blue. That was the color of night, allowing me to see the sparkling stars. And the stars allow me to see down here. Forget exactly how to make the fire. Oops. There we go, cyan. From this you can make the fire. And now you just put the berries in them. and ring the bell. I consider the phoenix probably one of the prettiest things drawn in this. The cool thing is when the bird starts talking. I guess I never did explain why she looks that way, or the premise of the story, so I'm going to explain that before I go any further. This lady is basically the controller of this entire world that this guy is in. He considers that this is all a dream, and that he probably shouldn't even be doing this in the first place, but since it's a dream, he considered why not. She looks this way because the rainbow that was shown at the beginning is starting to spread to the entire world, and the pink lady at the beginning told him that he was the only one who could help, and it'll be revealed why at the end. Now, there's only one more thing that needs to be retrieved. She drained the color from the phoenix and he walked away. And this is probably one of the most philosophical parts of the entire game, although it might look a little silly. Each skull answers part of the question that you're answering. Life does not exist without death. Death is not the end. Life is not the beginning. You seek an ideal world. By definition, that world is based on ideas. That's probably one of my favorite quotes from this. And they gave me a seed. This is one of my favorite parts. The squirrel, while still incredibly cute, reeks of alcohol. Ah, poor drunk squirrel. There are many other stories that have to do, probably that you haven't heard yet, like the story of that old man that I was talking to. There's more to it than you'd expect. Whoops, forgot I need watering can. Oops, gotta bury it again. He actually has a story of his own, an adventure that he tried to go on. That's why he had met up with the guy when he was climbing over the mountain. And so he's talking with people. The squirrel definitely has a drinking problem. And the seed that he was given to by the tree of death, I believe that's what it's called, turned into a flower. And now to take the flower back to the mountain. Still passed out. Well, this is beginning to reach the end. Now you can think about it like this. This is where he wakes up. You could say this was all a dream, but even if it was, would it really matter if it was? If you learn something vital about yourself, could you really just call it a dream, or maybe something more? It turns out it might have been more than a dream, since he was left with some of the items that he had gathered. The color royal blue with a smidgen of green is something that would help out, I believe. It helps out any living thing. He was left with the flower, and he was left with the leaf. Or not the leaf, the feather. A feather from the phoenix. Now I could tell you what the whole meaning of the story was, but I'd still think that you should, even though you've seen me play the game, that you should play the game yourself. There's still so much more that I didn't go into, but I just wanted to give you a look to see exactly what it is this game is about. And just by playing through it, I think you'll see that there's so much more than what I've just been talking about. And it has so much more to do with life than you could ever expect. Well, that's the end of the game. And I should also tell you that they're working on more projects, and if they match this level of greatness, then I believe they will be very, very good. And definitely something to look out for. Alright, well that's it. Ugh. Oh, it's the squirrel again. Alright, well make sure to check out Black Olive Games, and I hope to see you guys again, and hope to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching.